revivalhouse.net, here with another commentary. We're going to be venturing into our very first Lloyd Kaufman trauma film.
Motherfucker.
Right. We're going to be starting pretty simple, pretty basic. We're going to do the original Toxic Avenger. It's the best Toxic Avenger. You know, they got a little weird. After
Have you ever seen the fourth one, Citizen Toxie?
I don't know. I've seen the first three. I know I might have tried to watch the fourth one at some point. The
fourth one's when Lloyd Kaufman came back. He didn't write it though, but he directed it. It's on Amazon Prime too.
Is it really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This movie obviously sort of did something weird in the early 90s, and it spawned off a Saturday morning cartoons by the same folks that made the Turtles cartoon.
Yeah.
And it actually involved a lot of the same voice actors.
How does that shit happen?
I don't know. Like, this is because if you watch the Turtles, I get it. The source material was a little bit darker, but it was a comic book. It was a graphic novel. This was an actual movie. There's going to be a little fucking kid that gets his head crushed by a car tire.
Yeah, Lloyd Kaufman must have had like fucking sex pictures of like the CEO of that television company to get that to happen.
The same people made the action figures too, Playmates. They made the same, they looked the same. The aesthetic was the same. I'm surprised. I'm convinced that if the show had been a success and gone on longer, that the Turtles would have crossed over. You know, they might have had like a crossover special because they were very similar.
That'd have been awesome.
But I tried to rewatch it. It's actually on Prime. You can watch the Toxic Crusaders cartoon, and it's not good. I used to love it. I'm watching it. I'm like, what the fuck? This is horrible. It's awful. I'm like, this ain't good. But anyway, he decided to turn him into a bunch of superheroes, and he had a whole bunch of friends, and it was really awkward. I don't know. I just think he capitalized hardcore on the whole Turtles craze, right? Like, mutated freaks were in, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, let's spin this, and I got these characters just ready to go. It's somewhat of a familiar franchise, kinda, not really. But anyway, let's go ahead and watch this classic. I love it, and we're watching it on Amazon Prime. I guess they're all streaming on here right now. There's 2 and 3 as well.
Yep. So
okay,
you can follow along. Well, I don't know if 2 and 3 are. Maybe not.
They were at some point because that's where I watched them last, and that was like a couple years ago though. But anyway, so if you guys got Prime, follow along with us here. If not, I'm pretty sure you could follow along on a skeezy old VHS or wherever you might have a copy. But we're going to go ahead and get started. We're zeroed out. I have no idea what the start of this is going to be. Have you looked, Zach?
It's the Troma logo with the city skyline, and it says Michael Hurts and Lloyd Kaufman.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll do the 3, 2, 1. Are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, play.
Oh yeah. Dun, 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 dun,
To me, this movie is the definition of schlock. It really is. Everything about it.
I'd say if I had to pick the worst one in the series, I'd say it's probably the second one.
Yeah, the second one's kind of the most drab, dull. The third one is the third one at least takes its campiness and its silliness all the way, I think.
Yeah. Do you ever think it was weird how they like changed his name in the 2 and 3 from Melvin Ferd or whatever to Melvin Junko?
I don't recall the change. I don't think I ever like had a marathon of them to where I was able to catch that. Like, I watched them pretty spaced out, so I don't know if I would have caught that.
It almost seems like they were setting it up for the cartoon because his name's Melvin Junko on the show.
Yeah, and that's actually a good point. I wonder at what point did the cartoon air, and is it kind of like the Ghostbusters 2 thing, to where when Ghostbusters 2 came out, the cartoon had already been out and been a success, and so they sort of changed certain things in Ghostbusters 2 to accommodate the new fans that like the cartoon and aim towards kids?
Yeah, I think so. But then in part 4, it's changed back to Melvin Ferd.
Okay. Because you know how they did that with the Ghostbusters 2, like they made Janine look like her cartoon counterpart and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy's awesome. I love this opening, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy. I love it. It's definitely capitalizing on the 80s fitness craze.
Yep.
Look at these guys with the banana hammocks.
Oh, yeah. That's Mr. Roper, dude.
Dude, gyms are not like this choreographed and packed like this. Like, it's all perfectly packed and everybody's in the right positions. And everybody's naked in this gym.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. It's co-ed steam room sauna. Co-ed sauna. That's not existent. I don't know if it ever was like that. That doesn't make any sense. But I wonder if it was like this back in the 80s where, because when you were in school, if you watch things like the Wonder Years, they had like shirts and skins. You can't take off your shirt and have co-ed, boys running around no shirts on anymore. Mm-hmm. So maybe back in the 80s, this was a thing where people are like half naked in the gym because people don't do this anymore.
Do your body talk? This would have been better if Olivia Newton-John showed up and started singing the song.
I'm pretty sure she was commanding a higher paycheck during this era.
Apparently the crew ate that sandwich that fat guy was laying on there.
Who's this guy looking at the camera? What the fuck is he looking at the camera for?
Looking at Melvin, man. My boy. He's also in Class of Nukem High. So is the other guy. I think so, yeah.
Is that a Feldman ripoff? Look at that guy. I think kind of look like Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
He looks like Greg Brady. That guy looks like Barry Williams.
Why the fuck do they hate Melvin, though?
Because they're bullies, dude. In the 80s, everybody hated nerds.
I don't smell nothing. This guy actually came back for part 4, too. It's pretty funny.
Which guy? Melvin or?
Melvin, yeah.
Oh, they had him morph back?
Yeah.
Tromaville. Oh. Why is that the... I don't understand. Yeah, that's fucking gross. Why? He didn't like throw Piranha in there.
He was just cleaning up shit with the same mop, bro.
That chick's rack is really nice. The red little swimsuit.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mind it.
Look at his teeth. They're orgasmic. I just want to come on him.
He's the perfect nerd. Whoever cast that guy.
Why is his name Bozo? That's not badass.
I can't define the acting style in this movie. I mean, I know it's schlocky and it's hammy and it's cheesy, but but it's good. It's entertaining. It's like they're doing exactly what they were told to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you've seen certain movies where the acting is so bad, and it's just like, okay, last night I watched that movie Mikey with Brian Boswell.
That I always talk about.
Yeah, which by the way, I would love to do a commentary for it. I think that's very obscure, and I don't know how many people have seen it or would want us to do one, but I would love to. That's a movie that has bad acting that takes you out of it. It's not the same. Everybody's reactions in that fucking movie doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm. All the adults are stupid.
Yeah, they're all fucking stupid, and they pretty much allow this little kid to fucking kill all of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, there's no way in hell I'd let some fucking little 8-year-old punk kill me.
I don't know. I guess you kind of got to play it like that if it's going to be a killer kid. The adults probably need to be stupid.
Well, the kid could be extra diabolical and there's certain things that I could see working, like if the guy was in the hot tub, he doesn't think the kid's gonna throw a stereo in there, which by the way, that kid has to get some new moves. That's all he does is electrocute people. And he's one smart kid, and he really gives no fucks. He's sitting there and he's nothing but one-liners. I'm watching Mikey's Funniest Home Videos. Like, I was like, can you teach me one last lesson? Die.
Yeah, he films one of the kills and he's watching it.
His dad.
That was probably my favorite. That was probably my favorite scene, the baseball bat when he goes out the window.
And he's nothing but one-liners. And when he goes to the next family, he's all like, "Oh yeah, you a good pitcher? I'm more of a hitter." It's just so. I know we're not doing that movie yet, so we'll stop talking about it. But that's a movie where the acting is just ridiculous.
That's the way I'd see it. Like if me and Brian Bonzo were gay and we were fucking, he'd be the bitch.
He was too smart of a kid. He was way too smart of a kid.
I'd fuck him in half.
way too fucking smart of a kid. And as I pointed out, man, how is he so lucky to get through the adoption system multiple times so fast?
Mm-hmm.
Poor Junior poor Junior and Problem Child, man. He waited. He waited his whole life.
And Mikey was worse than Junior. He killed people.
That's the way I describe the movie to you. It's a darker version of Problem Child, where Problem Child kills people.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fun fact on the trivia. Apparently Marissa Tomei's in this movie.
Oh, as like an extra?
Yeah, she's uncredited, and she just walks out of a dressing room or something.
Man, are we going to be able to spot her? Do you know where she's at?
I don't know. I just read it. I've never seen her before.
She's hot. She's nice to look at.
She still look good.
Oh, man. So we have a new one to add to the wish list. So we have, obviously, they made the Freddy versus Jason. We've talked about, like, different versus movies. We got to have Junior versus Mikey, dude.
Oh, here's the most notorious scene in the movie.
Yeah, this fucking kid's going to get rant over. His head's going to get squashed like a pumpkin.
I guess this is based on something that happened to Lloyd Kaufman, too. Like, he was backing out of a car when he was, like, a teenager, and he almost ran over his kid's sister or something.
Oh, man.
And it became part of it. No one got hurt, but yeah, he always remembered it, and it became part of the movie.
If this exact same thing happened in a movie that had a serious tone, it would be a lot more like reviled and controversial. But because the movie is what it is, it's, I guess it just kind of goes under the radar.
Mm-hmm.
But it's insane.
Yeah, it's just over the top. Like, they were just reading the rules of how many points everybody's worth. It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wish the 80s were like this. Everybody's feet hanging outside of a Trans Am or whatever and drinking, got tits out, having sex in the backseat. This guy, Greg Brady here, is always coked up. His eyes are just sort of fueled.
I want to suck his dick. How many Trauma movies have you seen?
Just this series. Oh, fuck.
Oh, you should check out Romeo and Juliet.
And I've passed that one by a million times.
It's on there, and James Gunn wrote it.
Yeah, no, I know he did. And Lloyd Kaufman, he put Lloyd Kaufman in a cameo in the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, he's in like all of his movies. He's in like Slither. He's got a cameo in pretty much all of them. He's
in the Super too, and
yeah, the Super. I watched that just this year. I really like that movie.
I never did. I haven't watched that yet.
It's good. Check it out.
I love Slither.
Yeah, it's
I'd like
fun.
to invest in the Scream Factory. I like any movie that's sort of like throwback to old school. Oh, here it comes. Oh.
Yeah, they just put a melon and then injected it with like red food coloring and stuff and put a wig on it.
It's funny.
It works.
Almost as good as the condom full of hot dogs and mustard and ketchup in Dawn of the Dead.
Just this aftermath is even worse almost. Like they're taking pictures of it.
God, man, in the 80s were chicks really walking around half naked with their tits hanging out like this?
Hopefully.
Because it's if this is true, then I mean this movie's got like one part sex comedy, right? With the way these girls are on their bimbos and dress.
That's actually how Trauma started, was making sex comedies. That was their first couple movies. The guy that plays Melvin was in one of them too.
But a lot of people, it seems like we're getting more and more liberal as time goes on. But I don't know, man. Back in the 80s, it seems like it was way more like comfortable with sex and shit, you know?
Exactly. We need to bring it back.
Nah, man. If I had a time machine, you're going back. If I had a time machine, I'd go back to the 80s. But I would bring an electric trimmer and take it to all their pubes and start the revolution early.
Oh, I'm fine with the pubes.
I know you were sending that Demi Moore bush.
Oh, that was too much though.
That's gross, man.
She had butt weed in the leg lock.
That's fucking sick, man. I did the Mitch Hedberg. That's gross.
Exactly.
My teeth got so much tartar. I don't need to dip my
you can floss your teeth with her pubes, man.
That's gross, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Las Vegas a couple months ago, and when you're on the strip and it's like 4 a.m, there's only a couple places you can eat, and we went to the McDonald's, I'm ashamed to say, right across the street, one of the casinos, and it's just hopping. And then all of the staff, they definitely look of a certain class. Like they don't really give a shit. And I got this double quarter pounder of cheese or whatever, and I get it to my table, and it's got this long ass, really thick, it's almost like steel wool, fucking pube looking hair coiled around the sandwich.
Oh, did you eat that shit?
It looked like one of those Demi Moore pubes. And no, I fucking didn't do it.
It adds the flavor.
Oh, it looks so gross. My buddy who was with me sitting across, he couldn't finish his meal. It wasn't even on his sandwich. He stopped eating because it's just so gross. And I took it back up there, and the manager, he just takes my shit, and I'm like, okay, am I gonna get a new one? Are you gonna remedy this? And I have to, like, I'm waiting up there for like 5-6 minutes, and I flag him down. He's like, and he gets me a new one finally, and then he just brings me a new one and a fucking apple pie and gives me a coupon that I can never use. And he's like, wow, you're really great. Can I have my money back?
You should have used the apple pie to fuck.
It's the first time I've ever had a McDonald's hot apple pie. And it was given to me. Wasn't bad.
You should have fucked it.
Okay.
Yeah, you should have got McNugs, bitch, with some buffalo sauce.
Yeah, I do like McNugs, man.
McNugs are the bomb.
I like to caramelize my McNugs. I like to toss them in a bowl of honey and barbecue sauce, and then I like to caramelize them, put them on a sheet tray and in a broiler. You know, it's delicious.
Why are they passing around that cigarette?
Is that a cigarette or a joint, dude?
It was a cigarette. You could see the weird thing on the bottom of it. What the fuck is that shit?
It looks like that gym is like one little tiny room. It's like an apartment complex gym.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to give the illusion that it's some giant ass gym.
You were mentioning like the characters seem like they're acting like they were told to. It's actually funny if you ever see like an interview with Lloyd Kaufman. He kind of acts like that. He like puts on a character and he trolls everybody. Like there's people that are sure that Mike Hertz, the other producer besides Lloyd Kaufman, doesn't exist and it's just a fake name Lloyd Kaufman made up. Lloyd Kaufman's brother, Charlie Kaufman, or not Charlie Kaufman, that's fucking different guy. I forget what his name.
Andy Kaufman?
Yeah, yeah, maybe
no, that's the comedian.
maybe it is Charlie Kaufman. There's also a filmmaker named Kaufman, but whatever. Like, there's people that are like, oh, his brother don't exist. He like apparently his brother directed Mother's Day.
Oh.
And people are like, oh, he doesn't exist. It was just Lloyd Kaufman. He's using a fake name.
Isn't there a Philip Kaufman? Maybe that's like the guy in the film guy. I don't know.
Yeah, he like made fucking Being John Malkovich and stuff.
Wasn't that Soderbergh or no? I have no fucking clue. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
He wrote it.
I have no idea what's going on. I'm spouting a bunch of nonsense right now. Let me see. Actually, I'm going to look it up. Do it. Okay. Do you like Revenge of the Nerds?
Yeah, it's okay. Wasn't one I grew up watching. I've seen it maybe once or twice.
It's good, man.
I've never
Why
seen
do they
sequels.
call you Booger? I don't know. Finger in his nose.
Oh, the best movie he's ever done was fucking Jingle All the Way.
Okay, you're right. So my bad. Being John Malkovich, it's right. It's Spike Jonze. And yeah, Charlie Kaufman wrote it. So this is his brother?
No, I forget what his name was. It's something Kaufman. Look up Mother's Day, the original one. Maybe it's Charles Kaufman. Maybe it is like a similar name. But it's not the same guy.
Kind of off topic. Mother's Day kind of reminded me of I'm assuming you didn't mean the drama Mother's Day from 2016. Okay, let me find
I think that's a remake of the original.
Let me fucking find this shit. Why is this shit so hard to find?
Came out in like 80 something. This scene's great. You ever see the movie Slaughter High that's coming out on Vestron? Blu-ray soon? It had a scene like this, kind of. Oh, I love this. Watch his face. Oh. Apparently that sheep was infested with lice. And they didn't tell the actors until afterward.
Oh, they fucking knew it did?
Yeah.
Hey, you're right. Charles Kaufman.
Was Mother's Day.
Yeah, he directed it and wrote it.
See, yeah, that's the guy that people are like, I don't even know if he exists. I think he does, though. I think Michael Hertz exists. I think they just don't like to be on camera and shit.
Last time I saw Lloyd Kaufman was Angry Video Game Nerd.
Mm-hmm. He'll do a cameo in anything. Like, you could send him, like, a script, and he'll do it for free. He'll be in anybody's movie.
For free?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Unless you need him to fly there, in which you'll have to pay for it.
Who do you think has more clout? Him, Kaufman, Lloyd Kaufman, Roger Corman, or Charles Band?
Roger Corman.
Okay, that was an easy one. So I'm going to take him out of it between Charles Band and Kaufman.
I don't know. Probably Charles Band.
You think he has more clout? Okay.
I don't know. That's a tough one because, like,
to me, that's a more fair battle.
Yeah, like people, like even people that like Charles Band as a friend, kind of say, "Oh yeah, he's a good businessman" or something like that. But like with Kaufman, they kind of say he's sleazy. He's a sleazy businessman. Like apparently, like if you make a movie and you get Troma to put it out, they'll put it out, but you won't get any money for it, pretty much. It'll just be like, well, your movie's out there. Like, I guess Trey Parker, Matt Stone, they don't get any money for Cannibal the musical. But they don't really want money for it because they hate that movie, I guess. This is great.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Melvin gained 100 pounds. Look at that bodysuit. They're using the public domain fucking music.
He already looks like Toxie too. He already has the head. I remember when I discovered this movie existed. I didn't see it as a kid. It was well into like, I don't know. I was probably like 15 or 16, and I think what was it called? G4 Tech TV before they started kind of mentioning it. And I saw the trailer, and I saw this scene, and I was like, how the fuck haven't I heard of this? I found it. It's awesome.
I wonder what the budget was on this.
Let's see.
I mean, it's all just going to be tentative. I mean, I don't know if it's going to... Oh.
Is that Hillary Clinton on the wall?
We haven't done a Charles Band movie, have we?
Charles Band? No, we haven't.
I guess I'm trying to think if we did a Charles Band movie, what the most commentary-worthy one would be. Probably a Ghoulies, you know?
Reanimator. He had something to do with.
What did he have to fucking do with Reanimator? I mean, like, let me see. What
legit
he did
Full Moon movie or Wizard Video
Well,
movie?
I get it. He wasn't always Full Moon, so I get that. But unless he was like a major producer on Reanimator, I wouldn't consider it. I'm going to find out. Reanimator's too good of a movie.
Yeah. You ever seen any of the sequels?
Like Bride of Reanimator? No, I've been afraid to watch them, man, because I know they're going to suck.
Yeah. The original's the best. The budget estimated $475,000 for Toxic Avenger.
About under $500,000, you said?
Yeah, $475,000.
I'm surprised it cost that much.
Probably some of that's including like to buy the camera and shit like that.
Oh, of course. I mean, they're going to include just about everything in that budget.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look.
This scene's so goofy. Cigar face. And there's just some dude with a wig on, dressed like a woman.
He's like,
for no reason.
the guy in the middle is like a black Jeff Tate.
I don't know if that's supposed to be like a guy dressed as a woman, or if it's supposed to be a woman and they just had a guy play him, and it's just played straight.
The guy in the left looks like Norm Macdonald.
Oh man, Billy! I just saw the funniest thing.
Billy? Why are they hanging out with the fucking transvestite?
That's these what guys I just said. I don't know.
They're a motley looking bunch. Why did he touch his penis?
They all have, like, he's called Cigar Face, so they all have, like, cartoonish villain names.
Uh-huh.
So he's probably just man lady. I don't know.
Cigar Face.
I guess that wasn't even in the script, and Lloyd Kaufman just saw that actor smoking a cigar on set and like, you'll be Cigar Face.
They should have got Tex Cobb to play the Norm Macdonald guy.
Tex Cobb, who's that?
Ernest, things won't be the same without you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Get away from the door.
Tex
Randall Cobb.
Corn on the macabre.
Dude, I mentioned on the BTM podcast a couple weeks ago that I bought Dumb and Dumber 2. It's a Jim Carrey connection. I said Tex Cobb, and I was thinking Ace Ventura, so went to Jim Carrey. But I watched it because I got it for like $2.99. It's on the Vudu. Man, that movie fucking blows, man.
I didn't hate it as much as you guys did. I don't remember much about it, though.
You should watch it again. It's on Vudu now. Mm-hmm. I put it there. And I tried watching it again. I'm like, man, this is just not good.
What would you say is better, Dumb and Dumber or Dumb and Dumber 2?
I only watched Dumb and Dumber one time, and I remember that being pretty bad, too. I don't want to... But it's just shitty. It's just funny because all the jokes just kind of fall flat. Every one of them.
I don't remember much about it. So yeah, it must not have been that great if I forgot about it.
Yeah, they all fall flat. I'm just waiting for Jim Carrey to go through all of his hit franchises to, he needs a hit. He's going down the tubes. He's like this close to being a nostalgia actor. So like, I'm waiting for him to make a sequel to The Mask. Keep trying to like pick at that tree.
They're just going to disregard Son of the Mask.
They disregarded Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. They don't even have to disregard that one. That was a prequel.
Was that what they always talk about? There was a Nintendo Power. Was it Nintendo Power competition?
Yeah. Like if you won, you got to be in The Mask 2 with Jim Carrey, and it never got made.
It got delayed, never happened. He dropped out, and they made Son of the Mask with Jamie Kennedy.
So do you think that person was called for Son of the Mask? Like, hey, remember that contest you won? We're finally making another Mask movie.
I want to say... I don't quote me on that's ridiculous. I don't quote me on it, but I think I want to say maybe I heard or watched a video where they did remedy it and make it up to him by like calling him and send him a whole bunch of free shit, So
I should have sent him the original Mask. I'd like to have that. That wood
beating on his dick.
That's awesome.
This guy, doesn't this guy look like Oz from fucking Leprechaun? This guy on the ground with his bloody nose.
Did you see that? He's reacting to him in one area, and then he like moved his head to the other side, and they're still in the same like spot. Maybe not.
Yeah, I know. Now he's on the left. Yeah, I saw it.
I like the dummies. I think this is a movie that was shot in a square aspect ratio, and they're zooming in to make it widescreen. I could be wrong though.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, I On one of the last commentaries, we had mentioned that Roseanne was on Amazon. I fucking tried watching Roseanne on Amazon, and they zoom that shit in like so much to where you can't even enjoy it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, like you said, they didn't even like do it frame by frame. Like there's parts where their faces are off screen.
Dude, no, like so, it's the fucking show, but whenever Dan and Roseanne are standing up, their fucking heads are cut off at the forehead.
Yeah,
it annoys the fuck. It's like it's almost unwatchable.
If they were just gonna zoom in, why not just put it original on there, and then the person watching could zoom in?
Yeah, it's like don't make it because they put it in HD 1080p, and I'm like, why?
Yeah,
why? It's like it looks like when people upload episodes to YouTube, and they zoom it in.
Yeah,
it looks like
around
that. Yeah, it looks like shit, and I don't. How do people like Seinfeld do a good job on Hulu, right?
They go scene by scene. Like the first season of The X-Files did the same thing.
What, zoomed in?
Yeah, but did it scene by scene. The first 2 seasons, actually, and then after that, they actually started filming the show in widescreen, I think.
Is it unwatchable?
No, it was good on those.
Oh, what? Oh, so on 1 and 2, it was good.
Yeah.
They did it seem. You're saying they started filming in widescreen from after that, so they didn't need to. Okay.
Yeah. Groovy.
This guy looks like Otho from Beetlejuice.
Whatever happened to that dude?
He died.
Oh.
He died about.
I guess that's what happened.
This guy looks like fucking Martin Sheen with a comb over.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to tell me how to do my job?
Oh, yeah. Poultry Guys is a good one, too. Trauma movie.
Yeah, and I've passed that one up a whole lot, too.
It gets better the second half of it, because it's like they started out making like a movie that would have musical numbers every once in a while. But then like after 40 minutes, they just drop it. It's almost like they wanted to make a musical, but forgot to space them out long enough to fit the whole movie.
I want Michael Myers to come in here and throw her face into a fucking hot tub.
Or Jason's gonna come and grab one of those lava rocks, smash it into her chest.
There's a lot of movies I'd like to do. I'd like to do the original Halloween too.
Mm-hmm.
Underrated.
Which you like more than I do.
Yeah, I fucking like it, man.
Is that your favorite?
No, the first one's the best, but the second one is, I don't know. I like it almost as much for different reasons. I acknowledge the first one as the better movie, but they did Jason better than Jason, I think. They
think so.
Yeah, because it took the outrageousness, because Loomis is batshit crazy in that movie. You have the crazy scenes like a fucking kid getting hit by the car and crashing into another car and sandwiched in between. And then you just have like the crazy Jason like kills, him getting shot in the eyeballs. Fucking, like I said, the hot tub scene, the syringe to the temple. It's just over the top. Like,
oh, I wonder who they got to do this voiceover. It's so funny.
Look, where did he go? Why didn't I just hang out in front of the house? Why is he just like?
It's kind of like Big.
Does his mom ever accept him back into her life, or is this it?
In the sequels, I think she does.
Okay, you kind of feel bad for Toxie.
Yeah, I guess while they were filming this movie, they didn't have a name for him, and that's why like the T-shirts on the kids, it just says "I love the monster" or something like that.
Oh,
so it wasn't titled yet and everything. That's a nice touch, adding the animal noises.
Is that what they are?
I think so, yeah. Oh, I guess it's his mom. I thought that was fucking...
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
I like how he's still wearing the tutu.
Oh. Where's fucking Marissa Tomato?
Man, that dude needs to...
Yeah, those guys that are so fat...
He needs to go to the Tromaville gym.
they're so fat that their dick just looks like half their stomach. It's just round like an egg.
Yeah, it's that guy is one of those people that has the ass on the front.
Mm-hmm. There's a great scene in part 4 where this fat guy that's always in trauma movies. You probably never. He might be in one of the sequels. He's definitely in part 4, but like he's getting seduced by Toxie's girlfriend or wife at that point. Yeah, and she's rubbing on his dick right there, but it's so flat and curved like it's just part of his stomach. It's so funny looking. I wonder what happens to their dick when they get that fat. Does it just go into like a little hole like that resembles like a belly button?
How come your dick can't gain weight? How come fat is allocated to every part of our body except for our dicks?
That's what they need to do. They need to like liposuction, just take it out and shoot it into your dick.
Well, I mean, they have like surgeries for dick enlargement. It's like, I don't know, they throw like a fucking hot dog in there. I don't know.
Did I ever send you that video? Toxie's girlfriend's pretty hot in this movie.
Yeah, she's cute.
She's way more slutty in the sequels. It's a different chick playing her.
Yeah,
she's pretty cute. In the fourth one, I don't remember who played her. I think it was a different. This scene.
I like the scene.
Yeah, I guess this guy quit right after they shot the scene because he had to aim the shotgun at a baby. Oh, and even though it was unloaded and everything, it just fucked him up. So he left. Never came back.
But he finished all his scenes?
Just this scene. I guess he might have had more scenes, but just never came back.
Fucking Billy Ocean's in their gang. And the lead guy just screams Billy Zane like it was a role made for him.
This guy, Carrey. The black dude, actually already has a missing arm. That's why you're not seeing his arm yet. They actually see. Yeah, it's a prosthetic right here. So that whenever he rips his arm, he gets his arm ripped off. They didn't have to do it a special effect or anything.
You know who that actor is right there with the split face? That's the guy. That's the guy who plays the Sandman in Death Warrant. Jean-Claude Van Damme, the bad guy.
Oh yeah.
You can't kill me, Burke. I'm the Sandman.
His name. He's got a weird name. It's like something. It's like Rodney Kilrod or something like that. Like his second name has his first name in it, but Kill before it.
Rod Kilrod. Does a pretty good job.
He's the guy that quit, yeah.
If we do a Van Damme, we got to do. How come we haven't done a Van Damme movie? I fucking love Van Damme.
Because you're a bigger fan of him than I am.
Oh, we still got to do Desert Heat is the fucking commentary to do.
I'll do Desert Heat, yeah. I've seen it, but a long time ago.
It's incredible. I do love Death Warrant. It's one of the better movies. And that was written by David S. Goyer, of all people.
I like the one that fucking Sam Raimi worked on as a producer.
Which one's that?
I forgot the name of it.
Like Cyborg?
Where he's got the fucking mullet.
Oh, Hard Target?
Yeah, Hard Target.
Where he punches the snake? And Wilford Brimley. And Wilford Brimley has the worst Cajun accent I've ever heard in my life.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why even just ditch the accent at that point?
I guess this scene got them the most complaints Trauma ever got was when they killed the dog.
Did I miss it where it happened? Or are they going to do it now?
No, yeah, right here.
Okay. Is that little war paint stripe across his nose supposed to hide his identity?
I don't know.
Dude, that is brutal.
I guess they actually got a dog that could slide on command.
That's great.
I guess his guts are just like spaghetti painted.
Palm sweaty. I don't understand. Like, I mean, if the dog isn't really hurt, who cares? I mean, it brought out some sort of emotion in people. Who cares?
That's what's supposed to do, exactly.
It's no. If the dog really got killed, a la Cannibal Holocaust, I could understand the uproar. But the dog didn't. So to me, it's like, how is it different? Scene. I know, it's ridiculous. He was about to pull out his dirty dick.
It's like,
but how is it? But if the dog really is getting killed, it's just for cinema. How is it really any different than when a person gets fake killed on screen? You know?
Yeah, it's not. But it always like makes people feel worse when it's a pet. It's funny though because how baggy his shirt is, it almost looks like he could have hit his arm in there. They should have got a tighter shirt on him.
Wait, are you saying he's really armless?
Yeah, he's an amputee or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because it looked like his arm was in the shirt. Okay.
He's just shaking it.
At least he was a pretty good sport about, using that to the advantage of the movie.
There's amputee porn out there where people fuck each other with their nubs.
Oh, God. So it's awesome. Not fisting, it's nubbing?
Yeah. You think their nubs get sore walking on them and shit?
I mean, I would think... I don't know. I would think where it healed, like the nub, you would think it would like always be sore. Like if you hit it hard enough. I don't know.
Maybe it like develops like a callus so it don't hurt so much.
I don't know. But I just bitch slapped him. I would have ran the other way. Why are they even entertaining fighting this mutated freak?
Part 3 has a great fight scene that takes place in a video store at the beginning. That's probably one of my favorite.
Choco ready. This isn't the best restaurant fighting scene, though. The best restaurant fighting scene, I have to give it to Universal Soldier, another Van Damme movie.
Yeah, that's a good one. We could do that.
Yeah, that restaurant scene's great, where he doesn't know any better. He just wants to eat, and he can't pay for it, And he's just like with ease kicking everybody's ass. Like the patrons are attacking him. The cook from the kitchen's attacking him. And he's just like still eating. And like in between beating the shit out of guys, he'll like just kind of like mindlessly walk back to the table and start eating again. Then someone will come up behind him and he'll fucking like back kick him.
I got Cyborg on my DVR. Is that one good?
I've always wanted to watch Cyborg again because I watched it one time when I was younger. And I'm like, man, I don't fucking like this movie. Because it's kind of like a poor man's Mad Max, but it has its audience. Some people really like it. So some people hate it, some people like it. So I kind of want to give it another chance. But it's like a post-apocalyptica type thing movie. Yeah. Look at that.
Did we drown in the milk?
Man, if I were dead, I'd be grabbing Method Man right now. Or did he say if I was in heaven? Man,
yeah, he's like, are we in heaven? And Fred Durst is like, man, if we were in heaven, I'd be kicking it with Method Man right now. And it's like, dude, Method Man isn't dead. Like when that came out, why would he be in heaven? Like
he should have said ODB. He was
but
dead.
ODB didn't guest spot on one of their songs. I guess that's why.
I remember when they fucking on the next album they had DMX.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
Millennium shit.
That's why I take shit whenever I see shit.
I'm thinking of X to the Z Exhibit. But yeah, they had
He was on the same song. He was on the same song.
Yeah. Yo, Fred, we heard you like making songs with DMX, so we put a recording studio in your car so you can record while you drive.
What?
You never seen that meme where it's fucking Exhibit's face? And then it's saying what he always said on Pimp My Ride.
Pimp My Ride.
Yeah.
Yo, dog. No. What's with that fucking shit on that at the start of the End Together Now song / video? What is it Method Man's doing where he's going, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess he's trying to sound like those guys, whatever the freaking Italian mafia guys, I think.
Yeah, Shay. Yeah. The Chicago
Shay.
mob.
Nobody messes with the frog, Shay. Watch me say yeah. That's from fucking the past, baby.
That would be a fun movie to do, too. We got all these movies we got to do, man. If you throw Pest in there, we just can't keep track. If you throw Pest in the box, we'll do it. I just can't fucking remember about it. But
It's got our favorite child molester, too. Oh, look at the dog.
Jeffrey Jones. Yeah. He left his son in that room all alone with the snake.
Yeah.
And he became
my
gay.
2 favorite body parts.
Okay, all right, but come on, let's go out the back.
Meow. Meow. Who could beat the boss? Look up to the cross. In the land of the lost.
I'm breaking up the bad dogs on the highways of black.
What
And
can
I
say
don't
about
want to
that
get
shit?
your Gotti on the phone.
Did you say Gotti?
Yeah, John Gotti.
Maybe he was doing a yeah. Then
This scene's great.
it's Wu-Tang.
I love the, this isn't the scene I was thinking of, but I love the, fucking, what's it called? Montage where they're like getting to know each other. But I'll mention the scene that always makes me laugh when it comes up.
Would you like something to eat? Peanut butter and jelly, okay?
She smacked his dick.
Would you be open to dating a blind girl?
I'd have to. I'm an ugly bitch.
That wasn't a setup, I swear. I was really
I like how they're eating
look at this.
tacos. It's
Would
like
you-
it's a commercial or something.
Would you? Okay, here's a better question. Blind or not blind? Would you date a girl? Okay, no, blind. Forget that. Would you date a girl who was dumb and couldn't speak? Would that be like the greatest thing ever, or would that eventually be like, no, this isn't a good thing?
Like she was a mute.
Yeah, she was a mute, dumb, couldn't talk.
Why is that dumb?
That's what they're called: deaf, blind, and dumb. Dumb means you can't speak.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's like
I
an
don't
old
know.
term people don't really use anymore. But yeah,
I've never heard that.
Mute is probably the PC term these days. Yeah, Helen Keller, she was deaf, blind, and dumb.
Oh yeah, that's what they meant on that. Okay.
Oh, on Randall when he said that on fucking Clerks?
Clerks 2, yeah.
Clerks too? Yeah, dumb means
I don't
you
know
can't
if,
speak.
if they couldn't talk. I don't know. You wouldn't really have much of a personality to get to know. So they'd have to be really pretty and really
They
good
could
at
be-
sucking dick.
They could be like a poet and like they could move you and touch you with their writing.
I just wanted to say like something that would offend somebody. She cute.
You're going to have a lot of good things coming to you in the future.
She should be like reading the lines on his dick. This vein right here.
Oh,
Stop it with the titty dance.
she doesn't know that he's not like real at this point. He sounds like that. And doesn't he fucking reek?
Yeah, you think so? He's covered in dirt.
Fucking garbage. Dude, how does Limp Bizkit have 4.1 million subscribers on Spotify? How are they that fucking popular still? Like with somebody?
Because they dank as fuck, gee.
That's actually a pretty good number. It's not a bad number at all.
Yeah, it is.
I don't understand
Do you use Spotify Prime or do you do like Apple Music or anything like that?
I use Spotify paid service. That's I don't fucking really have Limp Bizkit. Meh, I just pulled it up on Spotify because I have the service. But I actually do have Apple Music at the moment. But I'm probably
I've
not
been
gonna
thinking
keep it.
about getting that. Is that good?
Apple Music.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to keep it as of right now. They give you a 3-month trial,
Oh, really?
so you might as well try it. But
Can you download anything for free at any point?
so it's like Spotify. So if you have that service, you could download shit to your phone. So like, let's say you're going on a trip and you're going to do a lot of flying. You could download songs to your phone because you're not going to have Wi-Fi network, but it's still attached to the service. So if you ditch the service, you're going to lose those songs. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, Spotify, you can do that too. It does come in handy. Like if you're doing a lot of traveling and you're not going to have a lot of Wi-Fi, yeah, just download whatever you want to your phone. It's great. But I don't know. The only reason I tried Apple Music was because they do have a lot of radio programming. They have Apple Music podcast, or not podcasts, they're radio shows.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, that's one thing Spotify doesn't have. And I'm like, okay, there's some, people that have Apple radio shows that I wanted to listen to. And they're cool, but nothing's grabbed me to the point where it's going to be worth keeping after 3 months. Because it's like for the music, yeah, if you like it, that's great. But you can get all that music on Spotify also. So it's just whatever. And I like the layout of Spotify way better.
Mm-hmm. I was just, I never wanted to pay for that because I'd always thought like, if I pay for that, I'll end up not buying physical stuff anymore.
Well, and I can honestly tell you, ever since I've been Spotify for, 2.5 years now, and I still buy physical media, but it has decreased a lot. Now, like if I come across an album I really love on Spotify, I will try and go out and buy it. But I buy the big releases, like the bands that I love, and I just whatever. But yeah, I think it's a good thing, man, because it's like back in the day. Look at this. I gotta be quiet for the scene. Oh.
That's great.
He looked like the Mexican cholo from Return of the Living Dead 3 with his fucking head like off his spine.
Why does he put the fucking mop on his face? See, look, this is clearly the same scene we saw set up earlier, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or was it darker then? Maybe this is another time. But it almost looks like it sets it up and then just like, we're not going to show you that scene yet.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, what do we have here?
Titty.
What is she looking at?
Those pictures of the dead bodies they took.
Yeah, that's right. She's drinking that. Why? That's a Sunny D bottle too.
I'm seeing.
Fuck.
I looked up Marissa Tomei in Toxic Avenger, and I'm seeing a screenshot, but I don't know if we passed it yet. It's really quick.
What were we talking about right fucking before I had to watch that guy get fucking crushed by the weights? Physical media.
Oh yeah.
I was saying that. Yeah, I think it's a good thing. Back in the day when I used to go to the store and I would just buy stuff on a whim from an album cover and shit. That was a lot of fun, and I found a lot of albums I still love to this day that way. But man, you really spend a lot of money and get burned a lot by buying a lot of shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so like I think Spotify is great. I've used it appropriately where I've done it. I pay for the service, so I'm not getting around that. But man, I'll preview albums and I'm like, man, I'm glad I didn't pay for this,
Yeah, I usually listen to something before I.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same thing, but dude, it's fucking great to have everything and it be streaming and it doesn't take up space on my phone. And dude, cars, they're taking away CD players now. Like my car is brand new and it doesn't have a CD player in it. It's all Bluetooth, auxiliary Bluetooth. Yeah, everything's designed for that now. So, it's just I just kind of had to adapt, and I have to go that way too. But
that reminds me too. Did we mention that we're on Stitcher on the podcast?
We've mentioned it the last.
Okay, well, we're on Stitcher, and some new cars come with Stitcher Radio built in, which is cool.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I'm not even familiar with it. We're on it, and I'm not familiar with it. Maybe I need to download it just to see what it's all about.
I'm not super familiar with it either.
We need to download it. Just like look at it.
It's been something that people were saying you got to get on for a while.
So yeah, we're on Stitcher now. For all you Android folks. And iTunes.
Yeah.
Ah! Why is that piss coming from like the fucking top of his cock?
His dick was in a weird position.
Look at this overdubbing.
He had a front wedgie and his dick was like, You ever have that where your dick's like mutilated in your pants? And you got to stick your hand down there and straighten it out.
I don't know. The fuck is going on here? What is this?
Dato.
What's he doing?
He's fucking hanging out, bruh. Just hanging out, just having fun. We're number one.
So these guys are just obsessed with killing people and getting points.
Mm-hmm. How they not got caught yet?
He's obsessed with killing kids. Now, I think it's sort of almost defeating the odds when one crazy ass psychopath killer meets another one, a la Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. He like fucking hit the jackpot meeting Otis, right? Somebody that was just as crazy as him.
Mm-hmm.
And they became like a dynamic duo of killing. But of course, they also met each other in prison, so I think that lowered the odds a bit. What are the odds that these fucking gym jocks have a whole group of people who are into it? These fucking hot ass chicks and these couple of guys. I don't know. Look at that. Popcorn used to come in a fucking mason jar?
That's weird, yeah.
Why was it pop? Like it was fully popped.
They did it for you. Is that the same scene? Oh, it's just replaying it. Yeah, just in case you guys forgot about that scene where he carried him off. I love the monster hero. The monster hero. What if that was the original title?
I mean, it makes sense why they'd call that on the shirt. I love the monster because he just runs off. He doesn't introduce his name or anything.
Yeah.
What happened to the Toxic Avenger remake with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, they mentioned that. Then you never heard anything about it again.
And it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger was officially signed on to play some general or something. But
I wonder if it's still gonna happen or if they scrapped it. But it's funny though because they bought rights to it, Lloyd Kaufman still got paid for it.
Oh, good for him. I don't know, man. As soon as Arnold came out of retirement, they announced all these fucking movies, and hardly any of them have come to light. Like as far as like the franchise stuff. They announced Legend of Conan, and that was going on for a couple of years. Then it seemingly got canceled, and now that's back on, I think, again. And I don't know whatever happened to Triplets. Because that got announced with Eddie Murphy, and I'm like, that I'd be interested to see, but...
Oh, they gonna fuck with his girlfriend again.
Look, it's another motley bunch that would never hang out with each other in the early 80s.
That leather hat, dude.
Yeah, it's like a gay leather biker nerd with a brother, a Black Panther, and I don't know, just none of these guys fit.
And there's a chick back there that's hanging out too.
Yeah, that's just all four of them groping this chick.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the scene coming up that I was talking about.
It's weird. Like he's not even trying to hide.
Why, Melvin, you're beautiful.
Gross.
You're a beautiful person.
His head looks like a testicle.
Like a chewed up piece of bubble gum. She hot. Show the titties.
I've never felt like this before.
And then the smoke's just gone.
In the second one, they get on real nice. They get it on. I think in the second movie, towards the beginning, the sex scene's a lot more, isn't it a bit more graphic?
Yeah, that's the best part of the second movie is the beginning with that fight out and stuff. Then it just kind of takes a shit for a couple hours. This is the scene I'm talking about. Watch this.
Like, she's clearly not even trying not to throw those fucking shells in the... So I don't get it. He's mutated. He's not a fucking animal. He doesn't remember how to fucking eat.
Yeah. This song's banging.
It is, man. This is the early 80s. This is when every band wanted to be a Journey. So there's a lot of fake fucking Journey. There's a lot of fake Journey wannabes and a lot of fake Foreigner wannabes. Every 80s action movie that you watch, they always have that cheesy 80s song at the end that's trying to be like Foreigner. The song at the end of Bloodsport's kind of like that. There's a song at the end of Lionheart that's like that too.
Right here, look. He put a cone on his head and she laughed at it. She's blind. What the fuck? So stupid.
Why she just looked up at his head. She just looked into his eyes. She just looked up. Yeah, she's a shitty actress.
Oh, that was written like that to do that. Just see if anybody noticed. That's the kind of shit I'd put in a movie if I made one.
In your love,
this day. That's going on the podcast version.
It's in my head, man.
It's good. Oh, look, that's one of the scenes where they did. Oh, there she is. Marissa Tomei.
Oh, I blinked, dude. That's not her.
That was her. That's her. Yeah. Apparently that's her. That's what it
That is
shows.
not, dude. That's not fucking her, dude.
She's just wearing a shit ton of makeup for some reason.
No, that wasn't her.
That's what it said.
The one that was screaming and ran out.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Type it into Google. It'll show that.
I need to see it. Yeah, so I will. See. I mean, though I saw that chick, man. That's about as dumb as the time somebody tried to tell me 100% that Mel Gibson was in Thor. I'm like, yeah, no, he's not.
Thor.
Yeah,
the newer ones.
Yeah, the first Thor movie, one of his cronies and his like gang has a giant beard and he's big and burly, and someone tried to tell me up and down that was Mel Gibson. Like, that is not fucking Mel Gibson.
I don't know. That's what Google's saying. Maybe the Google's lying to me.
Yeah, I think it is. Let's see. Okay, so man, I'm not saying she's not in the movie, but this is the picture that pops up in the Google search too. But I'm telling you, that is not fucking her, dude. Look,
yeah, I thought it didn't look like her, but
no, I've got a close up of her face. That is not her.
Maybe she got some work done.
But I'm gonna look up other websites that maybe have more insight on it.
Is this love today? Oh, I like the little tufts of hair. Is like Jason. He's just kidding like Jason. Ah.
Slug.
So have you ever seen Class of Nukem High?
No.
Damn.
I know, man.
The first one's definitely check out the first one. The second one's okay too, but that's one that Lloyd Kaufman didn't have anything to do. The second one's only like watchable because the main character they got, it has like the stupidest fucking mullet. He kind of looks like live action Stretch Armstrong. If I remember right, maybe I'm thinking of a different. I do that.
They gotta kill her too, man. If she's not worth this, oh, just punch her. This fucking sucker punched her. Look, there's people in the background. There's people back there in broad daylight.
He's doing a fucking Alex impression from Clockwork Orange. Fuck that old lady. So stupid. Let's run it over. Fuck them. They should make a Toxic Avenger video game. They did for the NES.
Yeah, I think it was, but was that from the Crusaders though?
Yeah.
Okay.
All I remember about it is like it's kind of like a beat 'em up arcade style, and you start out holding your mop, and the first time someone hits you, you lose the mop, and it's like, what the fuck was the point of giving me the mop?
Is that's on the NES game?
Yeah.
Is it suck? Is it made by LJN?
Sucks. I think it is. Yeah.
They had all the fucking properties.
I don't know what they were thinking giving them. I guess because they figured it was the easiest thing to make because it'd definitely make money because it was based on a movie. But they put too much trust in that. Oh, you know what I just realized? 2 weeks from now, fucking the new Metroid game comes out for 3DS.
I was looking at that right before we started recording. I want to pre-order the special edition, but it doesn't seem to be available on the Best Buy website, so I wonder if those already sold out. So what that means is I just need to look that morning, like before they open, and the website should be able to... because they should have some in store, and I should be able to pre-order that morning before they open and reserve me one. But I want the... I mean, it's not much. It's $10 more, and you're getting that stupid box and like the soundtrack. Who really cares? But it's got the reversible cover. Have you seen that? Yeah, it's got a reversible cover, and it's the original Game Boy Metroid 2 cover with the Game Boy sidebar.
Cool.
It does look pretty rad.
Hopefully they don't fuck that up because they gave it to a third party developer, right?
Yeah.
Something. Hopefully it turns out good. I'm definitely thinking about buying it.
I mean, if they're remaking from a game that already existed, hopefully they're following a pattern. They're following a template. Hopefully they can't fuck that up, you know?
Yeah. Oh, is this going to show... I guess the stuntman almost died doing this scene.
Looks like it.
Like, apparently whenever they hit, like, the steering wheel locked him in because it, like, pushed down. I always like that in movies, how the cars flip over and blow up. It's like Grand Theft Auto logic.
This song playing in the...
Go ahead.
The song playing in the background sounds like fucking Twisted Metal 2.
Oh, yeah. See, I like how they didn't bother overdubbing his voice on some of it.
Yeah. Why did Toxie put all those kids in danger?
He's not such a great superhero. Maybe this is where he almost died.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Yeah, sometimes I have dreams.
Look, all the people disappeared when it cut to the explosion. There's nobody in the
it showed somebody walking. I wonder if that was a crew member or something.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
See, that's ballsy for a fucking such a low budget movie. What's funny though is Lloyd Kaufman did I forget what movie it was shot for, but it's this scene where a car flips and like lands upside down, and then they reuse it for like different trauma movies, and it's become like an inside joke. Like anytime they want to shoot a car getting into a wreck, they just show that same scene, and they just like it's just funnier because they're self-aware of it. It's awesome. I think it was shot. It might have been.
Track. Play that fucking track.
Mrs. Haskell, how are you?
Batman.
Those boys are such terrors. Girl out last night, and he came home with these stains all over his pants.
Ah!
Do you think you can get
I'm moving. I'm moving out. Back up. Back up. Breathe in. I'm breathe out. Dude, we're pissing everybody to listen to this off. I don't want to listen to this shit. You ever hear that song with DMX, Ozzy Osbourne, Old Dirty Bastard?
No.
It was on the Chef Aid soundtrack. Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne sings the hook of the song. It's and he has a verse too, but he sings it.
Is it original or are they like mixing a classic Ozzy song with some rap?
I think it's original.
They're gonna throw in the midget in the wash machine.
You should check it out. It's especially if you can find the complete like unedited version, because the unedited version ends with Old Dirty Bastard going out on like ending on some fucking tirade. He's like, "What, motherfucker? Don't try to psychology my shit, motherfucker." It's awesome. Government people, better get the fuck up off of me.
Remember when the big thing with ODB was like that MTV special where they were documenting his life for a day, and he went into the food stamp office and got his food stamps?
No, I don't.
Oh, that was
that
huge.
broke. Damn.
No, I think the whole thing, and some people say it was a joke and it wasn't real, but some people are like, no, bullshit. He went into the Social Security, he got food stamps. No, it's just somebody that's just milking it and, taking advantage of shit.
Wouldn't they notice if Old Dirty Bastard walks in? Like, I know you.
He does kind of look like every other
and they're
person like
filming him. Oh, yeah, and he was a crack addict for a while, too. That probably didn't help his look. But yeah, if like MTV's there filming him while he walks in.
I don't know if he went in. I think he came out with it. He might have came out with it. I don't know. But I remember him showing it to the camera and whatever. Whether or not he was trolling or what he was doing, it just like caused an outrage though.
Baby, I got your money.
Don't
the ODB couldn't have possibly committed those crimes. Coolio did some of that shit. Remember that song, No Sex in the Champagne Room by Chris Rock?
Chris Rock, yeah.
Take off that silly ass hat. That song should be on this at the end of this podcast.
No Sex in the Champagne Room?
Yeah.
I don't even really remember it, man.
If a woman has a pierced tongue, she'll probably suck your dick.
Was that whole comedy album like a music comedy thing?
I think that was the only song on it. It was the end song.
Was it like an Adam Sandler type thing with tracks that were like...
I think it was a live recording.
Okay. I mash people.
Whenever you, I was gonna bring up too. You brought up the blind chick girlfriend. It's like Rocky Dennis.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
he was dating the chick from
Laura
fucking
Dern.
Laura
Dern. Yeah, Blue Velvet, and Jurassic Park.
And then her parents they saw him and they were like, "You ain't fucking dating that ugly fuck." And it's like, damn, Rocky's a good guy.
Like, you're too good for our blind daughter. Like, what the fuck, man? See that?
Bitch, you're blind.
And that just means that, that the parents were ashamed because clearly the daughter doesn't care.
Yeah, he's looking like Dark Man in that costume.
Yeah, he really did. Huh. 9-9. Un fact.
Yeah, the midget, it's like, why is he killing a midget? And she's a crime boss. That's funny. You think fucking Game of Thrones would be better if Pauly Shore played the midget character?
I don't know. I think you've established that Pauly Shore would make everything better. Who would Pauly Shore? Can you Pauly Shore's Toxie?
That was the most random question I've ever asked. Yeah, Pauly Shore's Toxie would be great. I'm talking way too close to the mic, ain't
I? Whenever I listen to the podcast and post when I'm cruising around, it's like you are kind of like sometimes.
I'm all getting distorted and shit.
Sometimes. It's not too bad though.
Would you fuck that fat dude?
No. You'd fuck the rolls in his chin?
Yeah. Like the rolls in his tummy, just, place your dick in between one and just fuck it.
I know I've seen him in other places too, and I can't really picture it, but he reminds me of Otho, but I think I actually have seen that actor some other places. Did that police officer on the far left just not want to wear an undershirt that day? He's like got 5 buttons down, like exposing his chest. Look at him. Look at that.
He's the cool laid back cop.
It's buttoned up now. Now it's buttoned up. It was buttoned down a minute ago. Look, now it's buttoned down again. See?
Yeah, he broke the top button for one shot.
And he broke it again.
I really want to know if that was Marissa Tomei.
Dude, it wasn't, dude. I'm not saying she's not. Is that Charlie Sheen? Or I'm not saying she's not in it, like briefly, but that was not her.
Google, you lied to me.
I mean, I found some websites. I was having trouble loading them that were talking about it. Maybe they actually have reliable screenshots.
I want to fuck Marissa Tomei. Can we invent a time machine so I can go back, fuck her, and then come back?
Why a time machine? I mean, she looks good now too.
Oh yeah.
She's not dead.
I'm so stupid.
Have you seen her in the new Spider-Man movie? At least in the trailer, she's still hot, man.
The most recent I've seen her was that one movie. The Wrestler. She won a fucking Oscar for that movie too, didn't she?
No, she won for My Cousin Vinny.
Oh, so she was in a trauma movie and she won an Oscar. That's funny. My Cousin Vinny's good too.
Never watched it, actually.
It's good.
I love The Wrestler, man. Did you know, speaking of that, do you know who they offered, Darren Aronofsky wanted to play The Wrestler first?
Who?
And for whatever reason, it didn't work out. Like, the actor was going to do it. It just something ended up happening where he had to drop out. It would have been a whole different movie, let me tell you. Nicolas Cage. And I'm so
Nicolas
happy.
Cage.
I'm a wrestler. Ram Jam. Hey, come on, shake your tits, give me a dance. I belong
If you
outside.
suck my tongue. Remember that scene from Face Off?
Bye, Big Brother. Drop your line sometime.
You ever watch 8mm? That's a good one with him.
8 Mile? No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't think I watched 8mm. I watched.
It's good.
No, I remember after Face Off, he had a string of like movies that were kind of like that, where kind of action based, where he had a gun. He had the Snake Eyes movie with Gary Sinise.
It's really not an action movie though. It's like a psychological thriller.
You ever
really
seen?
good.
I mean, case in point of good directors that sometimes make really shitty movies. Ridley Scott did Waking the Dead with him, starring.
Ever seen it?
Oh wait, no. Wait, hold on. Was that Scorsese actually? I think that was Scorsese. That's what I meant. Not Ridley Scott, but still, it still applies because Scorsese is pretty incredible. Let me just double check.
You see that chick's titty? It's just hanging out in there. Is that fucking Michelle from Full House?
Oh, it's called Bringing Out the Dead. See, I'm fucking up all kinds of shit today.
I'm not picturing it.
It's Nick Cage and Patricia Arquette.
Oh, Patricia Arquette was hot for a while.
Nah, she kind of got ugly.
Oh, she was hot for a while.
And Stigmata.
Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
Yeah, that was like when she was a kid, you fucking weirdo.
Oh, I'd fuck it. You know, she was supposed to come back for part 4, but couldn't for some reason.
Well, obviously. I mean, they fucking... To me, that's just so confusing. They just kind of play it off. It's just... I mean, it's not nearly as confusing as replacing Jamie in Halloween 6, Because that's really confusing. Like, you have no idea what's going on, and then you realize... You actually never... I think the first time I watched it, I never realized that was supposed to be Daniel Harris's character, right? At the beginning.
Yeah, that's how I was as a kid.
You just never realize. It's like, wow, they do a horrible job. They should have... They should have did flashbacks. Some better job of flashbacks.
They actually did in the original producer's cut. That's one I'd like to do for Halloween.
I have the producer's cut, and I've seen it. It's just a shit movie, dude. I mean, we can do it.
No, but it'd be interesting.
Yeah,
it's one of those movies that every once in a while, every couple of years, I want to go back and watch
to see if it got better.
Yeah, that movie is it always seems better in my recollection. Like, I'll watch it that didn't seem so bad, and then I'll watch it, and at the end I'll be like, yeah, that wasn't that good.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But I'd be down to do it, the producer's cut, if you want to. Yeah, we should do that. But no, it's really confusing. But yeah, in part 4 of Nightmare on Elm Street, that's confusing too. I mean, obviously they clear it up a lot better because they still have Kincaid and the other survivors, the Dream Warriors. But
it's kind of funny. Like, they were way more open to just retcon stuff for sequels. Like in part 2, think about part 2 of Friday the 13th. All of a sudden, at the end of the first one, we see Jason as a kid pop out of the water. We're assuming that's a dream.
Yeah.
But, the next movie, he's a grown up and shit.
Well, it's 10 years later, right?
It's 5 years later, yeah.
You sure it's not 10?
It's something like that. I guess you could technically, because movie logic.
But how did Jason not age from the 10 to 15 years he was dead in the first one, but all of a sudden 10 years after the original one he becomes a grown ass man?
Yeah, I always assumed it was just a dream at the end, but I guess you could actually there isn't a big leap. It's just the next summer after he got killed, and originally I think I could be wrong, but I guess you could. Since we just saw Kevin Bacon playing a high school kid, I guess you could say that maybe Jason's a teenager too in part 2.
Nah, I mean, I just watched it, and I could have swore when they were telling him like the campfire story about Jason in the second one, he was talking about how like Pamela Voorhees, and it was like 5 or 10 years ago they were talking. Because I think at the very beginning, you're right, it might have been just the next summer when he killed the chick from the first one, you know. But then there's a time leap after that. I can swear there was.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe it was a dream, kind of like the Pamela coming out of the lake was a dream.
Yeah, I always assumed the ending of all of them, like all the endings were a dream, like even part 2, even though that's an awesome scene where he comes through the window.
Oh, you think that part's a dream?
The way they shoot it, you're led to believe that because...
Oh, and then that one guy just disappears, whatever the fuck happens to him.
Yeah, and at the beginning of part 3, it shows him immediately take the hatchet out of his arm and crawl away, where in part 2, he comes through the window with the hatchet still in his arm.
Which is
a machete.
And then what happens to the guy? The guy just disappears. You never see him again because like the next morning she wakes up and she's getting like hauled away, but he's never to be seen again. The guy?
Yeah.
The boyfriend or whatever? Is he trying to shove him back in?
Yeah.
That works every time.
Sarah! Sarah! I'm gonna lay that pipe tonight, Sarah.
Does Kaufman have a cameo in this?
Not that I remember.
When a problem comes along,
He should have. Yeah. I wonder why she never came back to play in the sequels.
So Melvin the
She, I don't know, man. This probably made her quit acting.
citizens could live their lives in peace and happiness. In danger or in need of help. Look to the horizon and maybe, just
I want to be one of those movie narrator guys like this guy.
toxic Avenger will be there.
It's like the guy that's doing the trailers is also doing the fucking movie at the end.
Overtime. Hell yeah. That one by quick.
Yeah, it's not a very. It's only an hour and credits rolled at an hour and 19 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want a movie like this to be much longer? I don't. That's
Yeah.
it's paced about right. Your body talk. Your body
I love the sound of your body talk.
Dr. Snodberger.
Yeah, we needed fucking, what's her name? Olivia Newton-John to show up. She was hot in that video. Am I thinking the right person, Olivia Newton-John?
Olivia Newton-John did Physical. The fitness?
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to.
Well, it's a different song.
I know, but that's kind of what they're sounding like.
Well, it's the same thing. I mean, Olivia Newton-John was just... It was exploiting the whole fitness craze of the 80s. Same thing.
She was hot. Is she a lesbian?
No. This whole era is the only reason why Richard Simmons is a thing.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway, yeah. It's a good movie. Did these movies ever get Blu-ray releases?
Yep. This is on Blu-ray.
Is it in a collection?
$15. Yeah, there's a collection of them. I thought about getting it.
How much were they?
$15 just for the first one, I noticed. The set is, I think, $30 for all of them.
30? Oh, that's worth it. Like all four?
Mm-hmm.
And does it skimp on like, you know, if you buy them separate? Can you even buy the other three separately? Is a better question.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen them.
Is it like a Chucky situation where you can't find 2 and 3 separately?
It might be. I don't think I've ever seen those.
Which, by the way, the Curse of Chucky movie comes out in just a couple weeks too.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm wondering, should I somehow rent that or should I impulse buy it? Because
Did you like the last one?
I like the last one enough to where I do want to just kind of buy it. But
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see what it's like. I just hate that they're coming out with another fucking box set. I already bought a box set.
Did that come with digital ones?
Just for Curse of Chucky.
Oh, really?
Believe me, I went through all my movies.
Did you put, what's it called? Fucking Guardians of the Galaxy 2 in there?
Yeah, 1 and 2.
Because I didn't see it
It's in there.
when I looked. Okay.
Sort it by. You can sort it by alphabetical or download date.
Yeah.
So, or purchase date rather. Yeah, they're all in there.
You went
Anyway.
through all of them already?
Yeah, I mean they didn't all work. I had issues with quite a few of them. I had
quick.
I had issues. Well, I got obsessed over it. Like, once I start something, I just want to like get it done. And I got them all done, the ones that I could in a couple of days worth. And I hate it because my ultraviolet and my voodoo, they're linked. And I go to my ultraviolet and it's linked. And now a couple of movies I put on I followed the instructions in the movie, which is a big mistake because they direct you to go to this URL and it's ultraviolet and it should link with my voodoo. But there's a couple of few movies that didn't. And had I just gone straight to the voodoo website and typed them in, they would have worked there too. And it would have worked. But now it's like I kind of fucked myself. And there's a few movies that are only on ultraviolet, but they for some reason didn't transfer to voodoo. So, yeah, it's kind of sucky. But anyway,
dude, you want to hear some of the great reviews for the movie that's on the Amazon?
Yeah.
I don't believe I've ever watched a worse movie, and I only saw a few minutes.
I've seen worse movies.
Yeah, me too.
What's another one?
Very poor, unrealistic acting and plotline. A lot of gore.
What do they
2
expect?
stars. I don't know.
You look at the cover of this fucking movie. What do they expect?
Yeah.
They expect Anthony Hopkins?
Completely unwatchable, even for the time and genre.
Even for the genre? Do they know what the genre is?
I guess they don't.
I mean, trauma is basically a genre unto itself. For a trauma movie, this isn't very trauma. Yeah, it is. Give us another one.
That's the only bad ones I'm seeing on this first page.
So there are good ones. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Well, let us know what you guys want us to do next. Let us know what you thought of this and if you like the Toxie movies. Yeah, I mean, I've seen the first 3 at least. And like you said, I like 1 and 3. But I don't know. We've come up with a whole bunch of ideas of movies we can do next. I don't know. I know we're creeping up on Halloween time. I mean, we're only less than 2 months away. Maybe we should start kicking the Halloween to high gear. What do you think?
Exactly, motherfucker.
We got a whole solid 2 months to really get in the spirit. So yeah, if you guys have any recommendations, let us know, and we'll definitely consider them. We threw up the original 1990 TV miniseries with Tim Curry, John Ritter, and whatnot, and we split that up into 2 parts. So there's part 1 and part 2. Those are up there in the spirit of the new It movie, which comes out this coming week. It's coming out less than a week, Zach. So
I know. And then the next week is the new fucking Metroid. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
So we'll have to. I'm going to go see It opening night. So we should do a podcast.
I think I'm going to too, if I can.
Well, try to, and we can do a podcast on it like Sunday, like we normally do. That'll give us enough time to see it. But
sweet.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. I'm totally open for like a Curse of Michael Myers. You mentioned that. Any ideas? We'll have to see what's streaming. If not, we'll throw whatever in the box and we'll do it. But yeah, let's officially kick Halloween into high gear. A lot of good movies, man. We could do Jason Goes to Hell. We can do.
That ain't a good movie.
I like it. I actually don't mind it. Hey,
I don't mind it, I guess.
We can do, like I said, we had that recommendation of Friday the 13th, the series. We can do like that doll episode.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could pull out like a Tales from the Crypt.
That's the first episode I looked into it. That's the first Friday the 13th episode, if I remember right. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So we need to like get creative and we can do stuff like that. And fuck, man, what else was I gonna say?
Check us out on YouTube.
I mean, I was gonna say something else. I was gonna say something else about movies, but I can't. Oh, hey, I know we've done it, but I don't remember if we've done it and then we canceled it. Didn't we do a Trick or Treat commentary? I know we did it originally. Me, River, and Corey.
Yeah, we
G.
did it. Yeah, we did it.
We redid it.
Yeah, that was that one where before we started, you're like, "Man, I'm in a bad mood. I don't want to talk about it." So maybe you blocked it out of your mind.
Okay, I forgot. See, we've done that one a couple of times because the first one I just kind of got rid of.
Oh fuck it, we done it twice. Let's do it a third time if you want.
No. We still, yeah, anyway, we got Evil Dead 2 in the Voodoo now. That one needs to be redone. We could always do the Evil Dead remake. That'd be fun too. You know, it's a shitty movie.
The original Evil Dead is one of my favorites horror movies.
Yeah, well, we've already done that one.
You did?
Yeah, me and River. So it's one of our first ones.
Okay.
But no, whatever. We're rambling now. Ton of ideas. Let us know. We need ideas too. But yeah, officially for the next 2 months, we're in Halloween high gear. And then as soon as Halloween's over, we're going to be in Christmas gear for 2 months. What do you say, Zach?
Mm-hmm.
But let's not jump the gun on that.
Let's do it.
Make me spill my yak.
Oh, we got to do a fucking... we got to do a Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
Yeah.
So we did the first one last year.
Day. Yeah, absolutely. But anyway, catch us on, obviously, the YouTubes, and always, if you guys are watching on YouTube, that's amazing. Subscribe, share us with your friends, but make sure to also give us a shot on iTunes or now Stitcher for Apple and Android, and check us out there because those are always going to go up usually about a day early, and they're going to be completely, non-castrated. Obviously YouTube we're restricted. Got to cut out all the audio in the background, and we can't say certain things, and we can't have fun. We'll have to cut out all the Limp Bizkit music that pops up from his phone. Are you trying to draw him to iTunes or keep him away, Zach? But
and the R-rated horror podcast we were on there, it still hasn't dropped yet because Josh, he doesn't drop it like it's hot like we do. We finish editing and it goes right up, but he's got he's got that schedule. He's got a schedule set up. So yeah, I think that'll be. You should be able to hear it by the time this is up. If not, then we'll post it on our Facebook whenever it finally drops. And I was going to mention to you, like we should, because on Facebook or YouTube, you can set up, how you got the fucking playlists of videos. Uh-huh. You can make playlists of other videos, so we can make like guest spot playlist, and we can put like the couple episodes of Mac and Zach you were on, and then this new.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Commentary. We should. You're right. No, so we'll get on that as well. And that would actually be good too, because you guys can get more exposure, more of you guys to go over to Mac and Zach's podcast, because check them out as well.
Oh, nobody's gonna listen to that shit.
You should, because Mac and Zach is the shit. It's funny.
That pedophile shit.
Definitely, you guys do more of a different type of movie. But it's a lot of fun. There's some really fun episodes, and I'm on a handful of them at this point. But yeah, we'll do that. We'll make a nice little separate section for all those little guest spots. But let us know. And like I said, if you want to go see us on iTunes or Stitcher, subscribe and leave us good feedback. Leave us 5-star ratings. And like I said, spread it around. And it's really all I got. You got anything else, Zach?
Yeah, the ratings you guys should, because like it's pretty funny if you go to our iTunes and look at our star ratings. The most recent ones are all people bitching about Corey G. Like, they got this new guy named Corey G. He's a fucking idiot. He likes shitty movies. So you should check that out because it's funny, and maybe give us some newer ones if you got the time.
And I remember fucking Corey G would go in there and troll, and then he would do like responses to the negative feedback, and he'd go and like pretend to be other people saying Corey G's the fucking best.
You know what's funny too is I think the most recent one was from me before I even started like joining in on the show.
So I think the moral of the story is to go and leave feedback. Nobody likes to leave feedback on iTunes, and I don't blame them, because you know what? Most people use the app, right? That's in the iPhone. And the iPhone app for iTunes and your podcast.
Yeah, the actual iPod app that you listen to doesn't have it, but if you go to the store,
yeah, that's the
do
only way you're going to do it. And the app doesn't have a place where you can put feedback. How many people listen to podcasts on the store on their computer?
Yeah, it'd be
Nobody.
easy to forget that the feedback section even exists.
Yeah, so it's almost non-existent. So if they had it on the app, it would be so much easier to do that. So if you are listening to it on your desktop, leave us feedback. But other than that, that's it. Remember, keep those recommendations coming and we will consider them and do them. But until then, I'm Aaron.
I'm Zach.
Bye-bye, puppets.